Welcome to Absolute Legends. I am Funfers, I am Pete, I'm back. Today, I've had a request for a follow-up on a video I did previously in a couple of weeks ago, which was discontinued fragrances. Now, I'll be honest with you, discontinued fragrances are a pain in the butt, especially if it's fragrances you love and I think are amazing and you want to cherish them, and then they get discontinued for whatever reason, and whether it be sales, whether it be ingredients that they can't get hold of, whatever the reason be, they just go, do you know what? We're not going to do that one anymore. Bang, it's gone. This really is annoying, but these are 10 fragrances that I think, if you can find them at the moment, are well worth finding and picking up a bottle to add to your collection and have something very unique, super different, and super amazing. So if you like to hear that, let's crack on to this list, and I'll be honest with you, it's in no particular order, so let's talk about some amazing discontinued fragrances. Right, we'll kick off the list with a real hidden gem, and this is like a major hidden gem. This is from 2016. This one is from the world of Robert Graham, and this is called Fortitude. Now, this is an Oriental style fragrance. It is amazing, and it is really much patchouli. It's got some tonka in here, some woody notes in here. It's very sexy, and a touch of tobacco in this. Now, low breakdown isn't great, but there is some bottles at the moment on Fragrance X, about 72 quid. That is an absolute steal. And I'm half tempted to buy a backup of this because it smells amazing. But at the moment, I've only worn it a couple of times. It is an absolute perfect one for the fall and winter time. It smells divine. And I think mine's aged quite well. I've had mine a few years and it seems to be getting stronger, which is quite dangerous, especially with this one. There is also two others in there. There's Valor and Courage as well. They all had 3 lines and they came out in 2015, 2016 sort of time. They've all been gone. But if you can find any of them, at the moment this one is about, and this is on, like I say, Fragrance X. So I'll put a link for it in the description box, but this one is an amazing one. And if you find this one, you're going to smell amazing. This is Robert Graham Fortitude. Right, next one up, and this one came out in 2015, a year before. This one is still about, I think it's roughly about 40 quid, which I still think it's a steal of a price when you find this one. It is probably one of the best from this house, and it is from the house of Calvin Klein, and this is Reveal. This is absolute amazing, and it's so invigorating. It's lovely. It's got melon, it's got brandy, it's got pear, it's got vetiver, sage, it's got suede leather in here. Smells absolutely amazing. This is a head turner. Now, if you have got a bottle of this, you'll know what I'm talking about. I know some people in the fragrance community love it, like Joymin absolutely loves this fragrance, thinks it's amazing, and I absolutely agree with him. It's one of those ones where when I put it on, I'm like, oh yes, this one is amazing. It smells absolutely phenomenal. Criminally underrated. Most people don't even know this exists. So while there are still bottles about, try and find a bottle of this. This is Calvin Klein Reveal from 2015. Right, next one off the list, and this came out in 2012, and now the whole lot of these fragrances have been axed. I'm looking for a couple more, which would be really cool to add to the collection, but this one is one of my more favorite ones. This one from Ferrari. This is Essence Oud. This one is amazing, and I love an oud fragrance. It's got that oud, saffron combination, front and center, but it's also got some leather notes in here. Oh, it's really nice. It's caraway. It's got all sorts of different notes, even elemi, olibanum, rich, resonancy. Very sexy for the winter time. Now, this one, I've seen 10 mils like about on eBay, but the full 100 ml bottles are very hard to find. So if you can find it and you like a good, robust, sexy oud fragrance, please, you will love this one. It's absolutely outrageous. I would say this is not an entry-level oud either. This is more, you've been around oud for a while. Maybe you've had like Versace Oud Noir or Hugo Boss Oud. Then you want to move up a little bit more. That's where this one falls right into place. It's amazing fragrance. Criminally underrated, and I love the fact I've got one of these bottles. So my next one up is Ferrari Essence Oud. Right, for all the massive fuckheads out there who love this line, which I did, and there was probably so many flankers from it from 2004, it is insane. This one came out in 2015, and this is Armani Code Special Blend. Oh my god, this one is ridiculous. It's such a good fragrance. It's citrusy, fresh off the top, with a little notes of bergamot, but also some star anise in there. So there's a woody, spicy start note. It's also got some Gaekwood, tobacco in here, cedar, tonka. It's got that DNA, but it's a little bit more, I'm trying to think what the word is. It's just got something oomph to it. And I don't know why, but this one is amazing. And I think most people will say this one from the special blend and the Acqua di Gio special blend, both are phenomenal fragrances. I picked this one today because I just thought Armani Code doesn't really get any love anymore, because obviously they've discontinued like most of them, like Profumo, Absolute, they had Ice, they had Sport, they had Athletic Fresh. There was tons of them. This one I would say is one of the more hidden gems, and I would say this is amazing. Definitely, maybe the neutral seasons will, well, I'd say it works the best. So from spring into autumn is amazing, but if you can find a bottle of this, try and find Armani Code Special Edition. Right, this next one came out in 2014, and this one is an absolute real hidden gem, another one. And people do maybe lime quite well, but this is a good flanker that no one really paid attention to. This from Broad of Paco Rabanne, this is Black Excess Potion. Now, I have seen bottles pop up from now and again, for maybe 40, 50 quid. If you can find it at that price, I would say scoop it up, even if it's off eBay. I would whisk it for a chocolate biscuit. This one is really so nice. It's so, like, the cashmere wood is so silky and sexy on it, but there's rum, labdanum, wormwood, and it's just, oh, it smells amazing. Really creamy, sexy fragrance. It's amazing. Now, the XS line doesn't get much love. I mean, the original XS came out in 94, and obviously there's spawns and flank stuff, and they've rechanged the bottle because now they're in the fatter bottles. This is the older style bottle, but the newer style bottles I think are pretty much similar to the old ones. But this one, no one really talks about. It's such a beautiful fragrance. So again, I'd say perfect for the neutral seasons. So if you like something a bit sexy and a little bit different, try and find Paco Rabanne XS Potion. Right, this next one had a line of 3, and all 3 of them are amazing. There's leather, there's cashmere, but there's also this one. And again, I'm talking about another oud fragrance, but this is called Supreme Oud. Now, this is more wearable than the Ferrari one. This one is ridiculously nice, and I've gone for about 10 ml in my bottle, so I'm quite alright with that. Oh, it is such a good fragrance. It's got Gaekwood, oud, vetiver, which makes it a bit more palatable, which is always good. Pink pepper and a touch of cinnamon. It's rich, spicy, sexy way of putting it. I think the vetiver in here is needed because then it tones it down rather than having like saffron and rose in it. Does give it a little contrast, which is really, really nice. Again, perfect for 3 out of 4 seasons. I'd say spring, autumn, and winter. These ones, especially the cashmere one, is very, very sexy. The leather one is quite predominant and is very loud. But this one, I say it's toned down a touch, but it's still a very woody, sexy, masculine fragrance with a touch of spice in it. Amazing fragrance from 2015. So if you're trying to find another great one, try and find Ralph Lauren Supreme Oud. Right, last 4, and this one came out in 2010. This is a great flanker from a line that has had so many flankers from it. I think the first one came out in 1998, if I remember correctly. This one from 2010, this is Cartier Declaration Cologne. This is fresh, it's invigorating. It is such a clean, sexy fragrance, but it's also got cardamom, coriander, ginger in here. It's got that nuance itself, lom that you get. So that's like that ginger and this freshness and citrus up top. Obviously bergamot and orange as well at the top. Then it's got vetiver, cedar, a bit of jasmine in here. It is a beautiful fragrance. This is a perfect for spring, summertime fragrance. Most people talk about Declaration Under Soir or Under Soir Intense, which I agree, very good fragrances, both of them. But this one kind of goes under the radar and no one really talks about this one. Stupidly sexy, very much one of those fragrances where you put it on, you smell like $1,000,000. Honestly, it is such a criminally underrated fragrance. Yes, it's gone, but I still see it occasionally pop up. And what I'll do is as well put as many links as I can in the description box for you, for as many as I can find. But this one, sad to have this gone. This is Cartier Declaration Cologne. Right, this next one came out over 2 decades ago. It's been gone a while, but if you can find a bottle of this, I was very lucky to find a bottle of this, and this is from the world of Versace. This is Versace Man. This one is just a juggernaut of a tobacco fragrance. It's absolutely amazing. It is so rich, it's so sexy. Got pepper, some angelica, bergamot, cardamom, tobacco, amber, cashmere wood. This one is for the people who love classic sexy fragrances, who are very masculine and know how to pull a really good tobacco fragrance off. This is not sweet, this is more like I'm in your face. It's got the spiciness into it, but not the sweetness. And this is definitely more of like a throwback feel to a tobacco fragrance, in my opinion. Smells phenomenal, really criminally underrated. And if you can find a scoop bottle of this up, please, 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 and you love a good tobacco fragrance, get this one. It's such a shame it's gone. If they brought us one back, I would bake up 2 bottles. That's how good this one is. So from 2003, this is Versace, man. Right, second to last one. This came out in 2011. This was, for a lot of people in the fragrance community, one of the most beloved fragrances ever, and from this line as well. The original came out in 1988. This one was Aqua Fahrenheit from Dior. This is Aqua Fahrenheit. This one is so damn good. It is just that, got that violet note in it, that's the gasoline sample with it, but it's a freshened up version with orange, mandarin orange, mint, basil in here, syrup leather, touch of vetiver in here. This is super classy, smells phenomenal. I have no idea why they got rid of it. And then they bought us out cologne, and then they got rid of that as well. So they've got rid of that and the cologne, which I've got both of them. But this one was so good. And I do understand why people get annoyed with people like get rid of things. I think that Le Parfum's going to go soon, and I'm quite interested if they could bring something interesting for the Fahrenheit line from Dior. But this one, if you find a bottle of this, please pick it up. It's just outrageous. Imagine the gasoline vibes of 1988 freshened up and modernized. That's what you get with Dior Aqua Fahrenheit. Right, and we start out the list with a Calvin Klein. We're going to end the list with a Calvin Klein because Calvin Klein does do some amazing fragrances, and this one came out in 2018. This one is just such a sleeper fragrance. It's honestly, it is head-turning stuff. This is from the world of Euphoria. This is Amber Gold. This is like a rich, sexy fragrance. It smells amazing. But the no honey in here is really unusual. It works so well. Cypress Thyme. It's also got vetiver, amber, jasmine. This is so good. Now, luckily, I picked up this a few years ago, and I didn't pay too much. Now, if you're looking to find it, it's about 100 quid, and it's not cheap. But I do genuinely think if you want something absolutely outrageous and perfect for the autumn and winter time, try this one. Honestly, it is such a sleeper fragrance. So my last one I want to talk about, it's always want to know if you want part 3 of these, let me know in the comments. I will do a 3rd part of this. So this one is the last one for me. This is Calvin Klein Amber Gold Euphoria, man. Right, so after all those discontinued fragrances, that's I'll tell you what I'm wearing in scent of the day. Right, my scent of the day came out in 2022, and this one is a real, another sleeper fragrance. This one was Salvatore Ferragamo. This is bright leather. This is a musky, sexy leather fragrance. And it smells fantastic. It's got notes of basil, patchouli, obviously leather in here, cedar, musk. It's so sexy. It is a very good, not over the top leather fragrance. It's a bit more pulled back, and it's very musky, very sexy. Even touch of citrus in here with grapefruit. Amazing fragrance. Most people don't talk about this one anymore, and it's a bit sad. Another one I like from this line is spicy leather. I think that's very nice. This is more perfect for the springtime. So for my scent of the day, it's Salvatore Ferragamo bright leather. And as always, let me know in the comments what your scent of the day is. Right, so there you have it. 10 more discontinued fragrances. Like I say, if you want part 3, let me know in the comments. I will do a part 3 in due course, and I'll quite happily keep doing this until I run out of discontinued fragrances. But I don't think that's ever going to happen because they keep discontinuing fragrances, which it is what it is. If you've got a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, hit me up in the comments. As always, I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm posting them more often than not. And as always, you absolute legends smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.